Hi, this is Billy. So, some people think that things I got to say might help other folks. So, guess we're going to start working on this and seeing how it goes. But before I talk about anything else, I think I need to start here. And that's life balance with missions and working in the church. Mission and family life balance. Something I'm very bad at. And it won't, but a couple weeks ago, I reached out to a Catholic minister, priest, try to get some insight. And some of the things that he said, and a woman I was talking to with him, had a lot of good insight, and I'd been thinking about it. And one of the things that I'm very guilty of is just trying to make sure that everything I say I do, I do. I say yes to too many things. And so what happens is I'm sure not going to put my family on a back burner for other folks. So I do all that I can do for other folks, and I do all that I can do for my family. And what ends up being left is about 3.5, 4 hours of sleep after work. No time for old Billy. Really no time for praying and spending quiet time with God. So something that I've implemented in the last few days is quiet time in the morning. 20 to 30 minutes in the morning, 20, 30 minutes before I go to bed. That could be reading the Bible, could be thinking about God, could be praying to God, could be a multitude of things, but just me and God, nobody else. 40 minutes to an hour a day. 20 to 30 in the morning, 20 to 30 at night. Last couple of days it's helped. Some of the things that I'm implementing now, trying to make things better, is I figured out how much time per week I'm going to give to outside of the home missions. Now, I'm a foster parent, so outside missions like construction ministries and homeless outreach and feeding the hungry and disaster relief, all that is outside missions, and that now has a time limit and a money limit that I'll spend on it each week. So what I'm starting to figure out is when you start getting into these things, you got to come up with a basis. Now, those things can change. They're not written in stone, but you got to come up with a basis, all right? I'm willing to commit this much time. Willing to put this much money in it. I want to see how it goes. And it's always good to have someone else riding with you. Might be spouse, might be, teenage child, friend, church member, mother, father, whatever. Doing it by yourself ain't no fun. If you have somebody with you, you can do more than you can by yourself, and you spend less time. So, what I would say is you got to schedule time for yourself and time for God. And schedule your ministry time. Don't go more than this. It don't matter. If it don't get done today, that's fine. There's always tomorrow or next week. It'll be fine. You don't want to run yourself into an early grave trying to help people out the gutter. Sometimes you got to just go that extra mile. But doing the extra mile every single day will burn you out or wear you down. And then, like the priest told me the other day, it's like, you can get to the point to where you're not being sent by the Lord no more. You're just doing stuff. So, first and foremost, my family, my foster kids, those are most important. And those are the ones who should get the bulk of the time. And then my time with the Lord is fall second important. I fall third. And then the outside ministries fall fourth. There's got to be a solid structure or you'll burn yourself out. And I'm notorious for just going wide open. And this piece will fail. And so I'll pick up another piece, or I'll pick that piece back up and just keep going and not learn from my mistakes, Learning from your mistakes is very important, but learning from someone else's mistakes is better. If you can see the dumb stuff I do, they know not to do it, then you didn't have to pay the price I did. That might be helpful to you. Well, make a schedule. Make a time frame that you're going to do what you're going to do in. And don't budge from that unless it's an absolute emergency. It'll be there next week. Well, I hope this helped. We're going to just start making videos building off this one. And I'll see how it goes. There's a lot of steps that I got to get into first before I can even start talking about getting into the mission field. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.